told. Listen. What's up? Welcome to Truth Be Told, where every man is king and the truth unfolds, and every word spoken comes from the soul, and the audience members love to take control. No topic is taboo, we talk about it all, and the host so funny you gonna shout and fall out your seat. Your life's not complete without a moment of truth. Once every 2 weeks, and we speak like none other. Educated real brothers, family style for you, your kids and your mother, and we love to gain your trust. Just sit right down, relax and enjoy. This is where the truth is found. Truth be told. Yo.
Yep.
What's going on?
Yep.
Welcome to Truth Be Told, where every man is king.
That's right.
Sometimes.
That's right.
I am one of your hosts. I go by the name of RealEyez Mystic, OTS Entertainment. What up?
And I'm Sundjata Sekou. F you, George Zimmerman.
Well, welcome to the show. Every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m., we're here, Eastern Standard Time, for those of you who are not in our area.
That's right.
We're here bringing you the latest, the greatest news that's going on around the internet, around public opinion, everything. Just talking about everything, man. It's a man's show, but everybody's welcome to watch.
That's right.
And hear these great opinions.
That's right.
9:30 p.m., like I said, right here. You're already watching us. Facebook.com/itsalltruth is the best way to contact us right now. All of our information is on there. So I'm stop giving everything because we put it up before the show starts. You know what I'm saying? And all of the ways to contact us are on Facebook.com anyway. So I mean Facebook.com/itsalltruth. So you can find us there.
Yeah,
all right.
man.
All right. So as usual, Brother Sundjata, how was your week, man?
I saw that clown George Zimmerman out there brandishing a weapon on his wife.
Word.
And his father-in-law, right? So he's not an innocent man, as some of you Zimmerman people were saying, is he? What do you got to say now?
Speak on it, bro.
Zimmerman out there telling his stepfather, his father-in-law, and his wife, come any closer and I will shoot.
Well, you know, something that I saw when I didn't actually read about it. I heard about it via social media.
Of course,
Facebook. And something that they said made a lot of sense. I forget who it was. I wish I could just give the person credit. But they said something to the effect of, he's gotten away with murder once already.
Right.
In his opinion, in his mind, he can kill people wantonly at will and be okay. He's all right with it. He has no fear of the law.
J. Crystal something.
Yeah. J. Crystal Anderson. What's up,
right.
Crystal?
That's
what
right.
Up? Yeah,
that's
she
right.
said
I saw that too.
Excellent point. Once you kill somebody and you get away with it, especially when it was completely wrong and the world knows it's wrong, but you still got away with it.
That's right.
What have you to fear ever?
You feel emboldened.
Exactly.
That's right.
Do whatever I want.
That's right. I can catch another body.
All day. He's a gangster rapper all of a sudden.
That's right.
So, I mean, I definitely understand that. And it's sickening, you know.
So that's the thing that came to me and pointed, like, that came to me most over the week, and that I was analyzing. Because as you can see, he probably did the same thing with Trayvon.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he wasn't a victim. Trayvon didn't just pounce on him and jumped on him like some of your supporters were saying. So I just wanted to point that out.
So that's affected your week adversely?
No, it's actually affected my week in a good way because it just proved a point where I already thought in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? What happens in the dark always comes to the light.
That's right.
So you know what it is. And we can't do anything in the dark right here because we have all these lights on us. So I'm just gonna keep it gangster. I need to move this table.
Oh, okay. I slide.
All right. Yeah, we keep it gangster. You know, we real on the show. All right, cool. So my week actually is different this week. It actually wasn't really that great. It wasn't. I didn't really have a good week. I know I usually stick with my week is my week.
Why not? What happened?
Man, just everything, just a lot of stuff, man. I have been feeling under the weather. I actually have a crazy headache right now. But you know, the show must go on.
Right.
Truth be told, man, we here regardless, rain, sleet, hail, snow. We hold it down. Like I remember, it was your daughter's birthday, right? No, it was your birthday, and we still had the show. It was one of your birthdays. We still had the show. You know, most people be like, my birthday, I want to go do this or that.
It was my birthday, because I remember we had a party on my birthday. It probably was my daughter's birthday. It was my daughter's birthday.
So it was his daughter's birthday. We still here having the show. You didn't invite me to your party.
Party?
You just said you had a
Party. I did have a party. What happened was it was a surprise party because I showed up. People were here. She started.
Okay.
My wife will tell you.
I will. Thanks. Where was my? Okay, I'm gonna holler at you about that a little later. It's OG. All right. So yeah, but I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling better coming out of whatever it is. So that's that. So for tonight's show, for those of you who watched last week, we discussed Syria and the impending doom that's coming to us all because of that situation. Tonight we will continue that discussion.
That's
also, last week we started a discussion on preparedness for like a major disaster.
Right.
The specific one we were talking about was nuclear war because well, I don't know about Sundjata, but I feel like if we attack Syria, it basically is the beginning of World War III. And it's only so long that we're gonna do this whole soldiers on the ground thing. Eventually somebody pop off, nuclear war, and that's it. So you gotta be prepared for that. So we did the preparedness part of it, and I got into the beginning of the surviving it. For this show, we're gonna end out the survival stuff. But before we get into all of that deep stuff, we know how y'all do. We know that y'all don't like deep stuff.
Oh, you getting at them, bro?
Yeah, I'm getting at them. Because when we do shows about real, like, meaty topics and deep things, we don't really have a lot of viewers.
Oh, that's
but
right.
When we do shows about Ratchet, Molly, and Miley Cyrus, we have a lot of viewers.
Our MTV show was probably the highest watched one this season.
The highest watched show we've had this season. But you know what? It's all right. It's not our job to judge you. I'm not judging you. I'm happy you watch it all. I was just throwing it out there. But to keep you on the show and keep you focused for this particular show, right? We got a little bit of naked DMX for you. Right? I don't know if you guys heard DMX streaked in a hotel. I think it was in Boston or something like that. And thanks to the good people over at TMZ, we have the video footage. So
I'm gonna cover my eyes.
Well, no.
I don't want to see another naked man. You know how I feel about gay stuff.
They blur that part out. Yeah. All right.
I didn't want to see the blur. Still cool.
All right. Here we go. And so we're back.
Is it over?
It's over.
Okay, good.
Brother Sundjata did not even watch the joint.
No, if I look at it, I may be gay or something.
Wow. I don't think that's how it works. But I don't know. I don't know.
Close.
Maybe DMX has that power over some man. I don't know. So the reason I even bring that up, automatically, I ain't gonna front. Even I felt like this. I'm like, damn, this dude is on some stuff again. Like, yo, he's always in the news for something crazy and being on drugs and being high or what have you. But actually, it turns out that apparently it was a hoax. Not so much a hoax, but it was a dare. Him and his manager and I guess road manager, they were all playing like truth or dare or just bugging out, and basically was like, yo, I dare you to do this. And he was like,
what type of man? What men are playing naked games?
His road manager is a woman.
Oh, his road manager is a woman. Oh, that explains it. She wants some of DMX.
Probably. He's DMX. He probably already had her off.
Yeah. Okay. Now it makes sense.
They dared him to run to not just the street, the hallway, run down the hallway naked or run back. And he did it.
He could still be on drugs, though.
I mean, this is definitely true. Listen, man, they may have been drunk.
Yeah, drunk. Yeah.
Which is okay, you're intoxicated.
That's a drug, too.
But you know what I'm saying. My thing is, all the news outlets automatically is like, DMX is on drugs. He's running in hallways naked and got caught on camera.
Oh.
Give the man a break, man. He's been through a lot. A lot of it is his own fault, granted. But what I'm saying is, like, you have no idea what the situation is. Now, mind you, I'm well aware that it's quite possible that could just be the spin they're putting. DMX's camp could say that. Maybe he was on drugs. But if you watched it, it was like 20 seconds. What type of drugs make you run down a hole? Like, he came out of the room, took his drawers off, ran down the hallway, came back, picked his drawers up, put them on, went back in the room.
Molly makes you sweat.
Woo!
The Molly, I'm sweating. It's Molly. Could be on that Molly.
I don't know.
Could be on that Molly.
I don't know. What is the chat room thing?
I don't know. It could be on that my thing don't work well with that.
Okay,
But
so
that he could be on the Molly, and he made a song. X gonna give it to you. So X gave them what they want. X just gave the people what they want.
You think X might have been on X?
X could be on X because DMX is a grown man.
So that's part of it.
Like what type
that's
of
Molly.
I can understand if he was like Justin Bieber's age or one of these people, but he's a grown man. You have a grown man play a game and you're gonna be streaking down.
Well, excuse me, guys. You never know, man. People have fun. He might be a big kid at heart. I'm just saying, I don't think it's a big deal. X,
put your clothes
I salute you, bruh. Do your thing, man. Just make sure you're not on the drugs. They're gonna keep trying to tear you down. You gotta let yourself be seen in a positive light.
Come on, X, you a gangster rapper. You an OG. You've been out there with the goons and the goblins and the bullies and the sharks and the whales. You swim with the hardest and the toughest of people in Yonkers. Yonkers, get down. I salute Yonkers. But you are dishonoring Yonkers by doing this thing right now. You are dishonoring the Locks. You are dishonoring Jada Kiss, Styles P, Chic Luch, Rough Riders.
I don't agree with that.
He's dishonoring them. What type of man run down a hallway naked?
I don't know, but I don't.
Nah, you gotta keep it G. You gotta keep it Trilla.
I don't think.
Come on, X.
I think it's all right.
All right.
You're having a good time. You're having fun bugging out.
Like that? You would do that?
No. Maybe when I was younger.
That's my point. That's my point.
I mean, you can't speak to the situation. We wasn't there. We don't know what happened. My thing is, don't criminalize him before you actually know what's going on, and that's what the news outlets was doing. So.
The X, come on, get it together, bro.
All right, so we go from one interesting story about a black guy to a very nice story that I didn't see anything on the news about, which is why I wanted to bring it to the show. Right? I seen it on Facebook, but I didn't see nothing about it in the news. Personally, I didn't see nothing. It's about a 15-year-old and his friend who chased a car that kidnapped a little girl. 15 minutes, they chased the car on their bikes. To the point where whoever the culprit was just like, yo, I can't shake these kids. I don't know how that's possible if you're in a car. But he stopped the car, kicked the little girl out the car, and took off.
Can't chase these kids?
I mean, like, you're in a car. You can't shake two dudes on a bike? Whatever.
Like an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, so, all right, here's a little news clip. Check it out.
Around 4:15 this evening, police say a 5-year-old was playing outside of her home near Lancaster Arms Apartments in Lancaster Township when she went missing. Her mother called police and then a huge search effort started. Police were just about to issue an Amber Alert when, around 6:15, the girl was found. Police say 2 boys on bikes helped find her. They saw her in a car driven by a man. When they followed, he pushed the girl out of the car and she ran to the boys.
As soon as the guy started noticing that we were chasing him, he stopped at the end of the hill and let her out, and she ran to me and said that she needed her mom. And so then I brought her back over here to the police.
The girl's family says they are grateful.
Met Tamar. He's the one that helped track her down, and she ran to him, and he's our hero.
Tracy Clay soaking with sweat from running around Jennings Drive neighborhood searching, only to have her granddaughter found 1.5 blocks away.
Better than winning the jackpot. Yeah, this is awesome. Awesome.
Around 4:15 this evening, police say a 5-year-old was playing outside of her home.
So, where's the news coverage? I mean, obviously, that was on CNN. But what I'm saying is,
it's the news coverage, bro. CNN is national news.
But they didn't make. I don't know. I feel like there wasn't a huge deal about it. Whenever anything negative happens, it's all every outlet. It's on the news every day for weeks at a time. And this probably was out this is out July 15th. I just found out about it yesterday. No, 2 days ago. When I happened to see somebody post it on Facebook. And I was like, what? Why didn't anybody say anything about this? I don't know. Am I wrong? Have y'all seen stuff about it? I didn't see nothing about it. So, personally, I was like, yo, I think this is a good idea to bring to the show. Let's show people some of the positivity in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Those kids could have got shot up. What if the dude got out the car and started busting off? Like, you don't know. So I think that's very positive. Salute to them, man. Word up.
It's a black team.
The black team and
Save
his
the
friend.
white child.
Yep. It's amazing, right?
That's an interesting thing.
It is. But I mean, I think we're that type of people. Like, well, help. You know what I mean?
Huh. Did he get a reward? Yeah. Did he get a reward?
Nope. He got to be on the news and tell people that, you know, hey, I saved this girl.
Did they give him a scholarship?
Probably not. Maybe we should give him a scholarship. Truth be told, scholarship.
So what exactly did he do? What exactly did he do? He chased down the car.
Him and his friend chased down the car on their bikes. They kept following it.
And then what happened?
And then they said that the guy eventually just stopped. The little girl got out, and then he sped off. The little girl ran to him and was like, "I need to go to my mommy," and that was it.
So the little black guy, the little black boy, he saw the girl being taken.
And then he saw a little girl in the car. Apparently, they had already told the police, and the word was spreading that the girl was missing.
Okay.
So I guess they were on the lookout, and they happened to look and see the girl. Like, oh, that's the girl, and they just started chasing the vehicle.
Now that's good. I like that. I think that's positive. I like that.
I think that's
would that be considered snitching? You know they have that stop snitching thing.
I don't think that would be considered snitching. Snitching is more so when you do something with other people. You're a part of it, and then you snitch to make sure that you don't get in trouble.
Oh.
So it's like, oh yeah, we did it, but he was the ringleader, and he forced us to do it, and this is exactly what he did. So you're testifying against somebody that's your people. It's supposed to be your Cody.
Okay, well, he's a hero. He's a hero. I had to analyze it through the hood analytics.
Yeah. So
once I analyze it through the hood analytics, then okay, he's a hero.
Yeah, I don't think he's considered a snitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah,
this young man's a hero.
Kudos to him.
What state was this?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay.
What?
Pennsylvania, bro. It's real country in Pennsylvania in some parts.
Certain areas.
Yeah.
All right, so we got about 20 minutes left in the show. We're gonna go back over to the list. All right. I hope you got your pencils ready for those of you watching live, and for those of you who'll be catching this on the rerun. Get your pencils. I'm not going over.
What about the Syria thing? What's the latest on Syria? Are we talking about that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Well, I mean, this is all related to Syria, but let's get to Syria first. Unfortunately, we were setting up during the president's speech.
He ain't say nothing new that he hasn't been saying.
Well, from what we could tell, for after the speech, he basically didn't say nothing new. But not counting whatever he said in the speech, because we didn't watch it, Russia has proposed a solution that involves no missile launches or airstrikes against Syria, which is basically if Syria says we will turn over our chemical stockpile to the international authorities,
right?
And basically you guys can see exactly what we have, and then the main goal of that will be to destroy the stockpile. Then there should be no missile strikes. From what I read, President Obama was like, yeah, that could definitely be a breakthrough. But I still think we should keep up the threat of a missile strike to keep the pressure on. That's the last thing that I read. This is before he made whatever comments he made in the presidential address. And from what we can see, it looks like he said, yeah, we're still going to do this airstrike. Like, that's great and all, but, I'm going to let you finish, but we're going to do this airstrike right now. The way my missile button works is, so that's what it seems like. I think it'd be an excellent way to avoid war. I understand the gripes with it, which is that it just may prolong everything, because this country has said they don't have chemical weapons in the first place. It can take forever for them to actually locate all of them. Because if I'm Syria, I could just be like, hey, yeah, 1, 2, 3, that's all we got. You know what I'm saying? And have 13 over here that I'm not showing you. So that's the issue. Whereas I guess Barack is thinking, yo, just airstrike them to death.
and you airstrike them, we're telling them, look, we're not playing, and they're gonna come up with this stuff and be real about it. I don't know.
I think President Barack Obama is in a deadly place from what he's doing at this moment. I think that he is in such a rush to go. Well, he's not in a rush, but he's in a mode right now where he wants to go to war. And what he's doing, he's deflecting that by saying, oh, we're going to go to Congress. No matter what congressmen say, we're still going to bomb, but we're going to go to Congress. Okay, we're going to go to Russia, and Russia will settle this. No matter what Russia said, we're still going to bomb. He is doing a baby Bush tactic. When you know Bush came on and said, we're bombing, and that's it. We're going after them. Barack Obama is trying to put some pleasantries around that, but it will still be the same effect of bombing. And I think ultimately Barack Obama and whoever is advising him doing this for the benefit of Israel. And that's what I've said from the beginning. Because what possible thing can Syria do to America? What can Syria do to America? What has Syria done to America?
Well, we don't know, right? I mean, that's the point. They have chemical weapons.
So did the U.S.
But
they got way more.
They might try to bomb us. They might send somebody over. Not so much bombing, but set off a chemical attack in the country.
But if they haven't done that already, why attack them?
Because they've used chemical weapons, and that's against a whole bunch of different treaties and stuff.
But the U.S. has gone over international boundaries in order to drone bomb other people, like in Pakistan. They go into Pakistan and bomb whoever they like.
But it's the U.S. So we can do that.
So why is the U.S. right for their actions, and then Syria is not right for doing this in a time of war?
Very simple, brothers and sisters. Very simple.
What?
We're the U.S. We can do that.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right.
It does make it right because we're the U.S.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right.
I'm speaking sarcastically, obviously. But I mean, you're right. It's not right. But at the same time, who's going to hold the U.S. accountable? We are the greatest. And when I say greatest, I'm not saying I think we're great. I mean, greatest is in biggest, most powerful superpower on the planet.
Right.
So, I mean, arguably, it would take every other country on the planet to really even give us a fight.
Right. So why would Syria even attempt to bomb U.S. with a chemical weapon?
They wouldn't. I mean,
right. So why even go at them?
Man, there's obviously another agenda.
Obviously.
Well,
it's obviously another agenda, and it's obviously something. Who benefits out of all of this? Who benefits? If the United States go in and bomb Syria, who benefits?
That's a good question.
One, the people who make the weapons, they benefit. Because the U.S. just always have to be in a war. It always has to be in a war. Because they sell so many weapons and they buy so many weapons, they always have to be in a war. Next, who benefit but other countries? Other countries. Israel benefits. That's one. Israel is, let's take it to the street logic. Israel is beefing with Iran. Iran now don't have a big support like Israel has. Israel's backup is America. Iran don't have that. So what you do is you take out some of Iran's support. Syria support Iran. So since Syria support Iran, and Iran is a much bigger country with a much larger army, we're not going to go directly at Iran first. We're going at Syria first, with ultimately going at Iran. So what President Obama is doing, American people, follow Brother Sundjata's logic here. What he is doing is he is talking about limited bombing, but what he's doing is opening up for a wider war through that region.
So, is President Obama doing it?
Yes.
It's his decision?
He's the president. Who's been pushing this more than him?
You don't think the president's strings are being pulled? Come on.
It doesn't matter in this part. If his string, all presidents' strings being pulled, but he's the face of it. So
Yeah,
he
I
has to
agree
take the
with
criticism for it, right?
Right.
So President Obama, and the United States government in a whole fought a war in Afghanistan. They fought a war in Iraq. They've been fighting in Pakistan. They have been fighting. Now they want to go into Syria, and ultimately they want to go in Iran because they want to reshape that entire region to be U.S. friendly. And being U.S. friendly, you're going to be Israeli friendly. For instance, have you noticed what's going on in Egypt?
The revolts. What happened?
Egypt elected a new president, right?
Mhm.
The new president was from the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood is another group that is anti-Israel. Since that guy is from the Muslim Brotherhood, the military threw him out and had a coup and took him out. Now the military is running the country. The military is running the country with the support of the United States government because the United States government pay Egypt $3 billion a year. So America preaches stuff about being a democracy, supporting democracies, but they're actually supporting a military coup and a military government right now that threw out the elected leader. So the point of all of this is to have an area that's U.S. friendly, and people, no matter what they tell you, no matter what the president tell you, this is a plan for a wider war that's going to draw in Israel. He's the commander of chief, somebody said, but I agree. I'm not sure if it's all his idea and plan.
LC.
Okay, S.C. Clark.
What up, Clark? How you doing? Thanks for watching.
Yes, but it doesn't matter. He's the face of it, L.C. Clark, right? But my point is that he's going to start a wider war in that region that's going to encompass Israel, well, no, Lebanon, Iran, Syria, in that region. And they already didn't President Obama got rid of Gaddafi in Libya?
Mm. That was a good dude too, man. I didn't know that until after I read about Gaddafi. He was actually a really good guy.
Yeah, but Gaddafi, yeah, he got better in his older age, but he was a gangster when he was younger.
Yeah.
The United States bombed him, and he bombed one of the United States planes.
Oh, what up, roller girl? It's been like 87 years, son.
Word.
Welcome back. She says the president can do an executive order to start the war if he wants to. This is true.
He does.
But it looks better for him to act like he wants to ask Congress.
Roller girl, you don't see what he's doing? He's saying no matter what anyone say to him, he wants to go to war. And I know we love Obama. I know, because he looks like us. I know we love him.
He doesn't look like me.
Well, he looks like us, and
He
we
looks
voted.
like you. You have a similar complexion.
Well, we voted for him. We
Dark
supported
skin.
him.
Sorry, the internet's crazy right now. That dark skin,
Light skin brother. Yeah, the light skin brother. He's gonna bring us into another war. That's why when the brothers say, or RealEyez say, World War III, it's just not a euphemism.
Yeah, it's for real.
It's for real.
And nobody cares. Nobody's paying attention right now.
Well, Roller Girl is, and IKC Clark is paying attention to it. But I'm telling you, if your people are in the military, what they're going to be doing is fighting a war for the next 10 years in order to secure this region for Israel and the United States.
So, now that you guys know that, I think that's a good segue.
Right? Oh, that's not why we love him. Hey, IC Clark said, so why you love him then? Come on. No.
We'll get to that. Right, yeah. Tell us why you love him.
Well, yes. Tell us in the chat room why you love him.
I'll be waiting. Segue, because this is probably going to be World War III. And in my opinion, the opinion of Isaac, RealEyez and Sundjata, right? not truth be told specifically, but just me, right? This is going to be World War III. And I think that it's going to go nuclear, right? So, last week, we got up to number 3 in the survival part. We went through the whole preparedness. Now we're up to survival. I'm going to go over the last thing we talked about, which is actually number 4, which is housing. All right? If, or should I say when, there is a nuclear airstrike, check it out. These crude photos or paintings were all done. I don't know who did them actually, but I found this on the dead. I said the site last week, so watch the video from last week, and you'll know what site I'm talking about. Basically, you have to reinforce your shelter from the inside by stacking dirt around the walls or anything you can find. All right. Canvas from a parachute or a tent will help stop fallout debris, but be aware that most of the stuff is not really going to stop radiation. It's just going to reduce the amount of radiation that gets through. So if you're ever in an area that there's nuclear fallout and you can't get away from the area, you have to huddle down where you're at. Just be prepared to basically reinforce all your walls as much as you can. If you can get dirt without getting outside, always get to the lowest level of the house. But these are things you should know. Actually, it's funny, they list things here as far as how well they reduce the amount of radiation. Steel is only 21 centimeters. Rock is 2 to 3 feet. Concrete, 2.2 feet. So if you have concrete between you and the radiation, if you only have, like, basically radiation will seep 2.2 feet. Wood is 8.8 feet. Soil is 3.3 feet. Ice is 6.6 feet. And snow is 20 to 22 feet. So the best insulator between you and radiation is snow. Who'd have thunk it? Or, yeah, snow. So there you go.
Let me interject here. IFC Clark. IFC Clark, you're going. Oh, LC Clark, you're going ham on that. Let me just interject something she says here. We asked her why she loved Obama, and Miss Clark said it has nothing to do with him being black. He's a very smart man who didn't have it all and now president. He proves the fact that we can all accomplish anything we put our mind to, typically support. My sister's in the military, and you're right. It's going to happen, and we'll be dealing with this for years to come. Okay, boom. LK. You got to get another name. That's kind of confusing.
We're just going to call her Clark. It's easy. Just call
her
Clark.
Clark. We're going to call you Clark.
Miss Clark.
Okay, Miss Clark. We're going to call you Clark. Miss Clark. Now, that's all good and dandy, but the president was able to accomplish these things because the president went to an Ivy League school. Huh? If the president didn't go to Columbia and Harvard Law, the president, Barack Obama, wouldn't be president. So I just made that for you. Continue, brother. Now you can answer that.
Shout out to Lilo. Hi, Mom. She's in the chat room.
Oh!
Haven't seen you admitted, Bomb, in the chat room.
Armageddon. Oh, your mother said Armageddon.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Christians, the Muslims, and the Jewish people will be fighting, and you are right. This is Armageddon in the biblical sense. Continue, brother.
All right. Moving on. You're going to have to shelter and split in place, like I said. We're going to show you the picture. All right, I remember the site. WikiHow is where I got all this information. Okay, so plan on staying in your shelter for a minimum of 200 hours. I think last week I said like 1 to 2 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
So 8 to 9 days. Under no circumstances, leave the shelter in the first 48 hours after the nuclear detonation. All right.
Prepare for war.
Got to be ready. All right. So moving on, you have to ration your supplies. All right, so that picture, it says check mark next to bottles that say ration, grass. It says X over trees and water because I guess you could die from it. Check mark next to gas, and a check mark next to, like, I don't know what that is. Is that a fox over a fire? The question, I don't know. If the fox is outside on the radiation, you probably can't eat the fox or anything else that was outside anyway. So what it says is processed foods are okay to eat so long as the container has no punctures and is relatively intact. Animals may be eaten, but they must be skinned carefully with the heart, liver, and kidneys discarded.
Eat that rat.
Try not to eat meat that is close to the bone, for bone marrow retains radiation. All right, and it gives links to how to eat dove or pigeon and how to eat wild rabbit.
Wild rabbit?
You guys can
find a rabbit.
look that up for yourselves.
Can't find no rabbit in the hood.
Plants, well, I didn't know that. Plants in a hot zone are edible. Those with edible roots or undergrowth, such as carrots and potatoes are highly recommended. Using edibility tests on the plants, and they have a link for that. I don't have that. Open water may have received fallout particles and is harmful. Water from an underground source, such as a spring or covered well, is your best bet. All right? Use water from streams and lakes only as a last resort. Create a filter by digging a hole about 1 foot from the bank and drawing the water which seeps in. It may be cloudy or muddy, so allow the sediments to sit. Then boil the water to ensure safety from bacteria. If in a building, the water is usually safe. If there is no water, use the water already in the pipes by opening the faucet at the highest point of the house to let air in. The open faucet at the lowest point of the house to drain the water.
Hold on, let me interject here. Miss Clark. Miss Clark is going ham on here. Okay, Miss Clark. Miss Clark said, laugh my ass off. Thanks, Holy God. Okay, he's smart, so of course he's Ivy League. That doesn't change the fact that he worked hard. Miss Clark, brief statement. Before he was elected, he was selected. Think about it. Continue, brother.
You know you're watching a show that's hosted by two conspiracy theorists, right? So be aware that this is going to go on all day. I agree with you, Miss Clark. I agree with you. I think he worked hard. But I do agree with Brother Sundjata in the fact that I think that there's a large system that we have no idea about that does everything, that controls the government. The government is not what we think it is. That's my personal opinion. But whatever. Nobody really wants to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to start talking about it. But moving forward, so that's the foods part of it. The next thing is, I skipped it, clothing. We're not going to make it all the way through the list again because we're done in about five minutes or so. So we'll just we'll do the rest of it on the following show. But we did make it up to here. Brother Sundjata's response to that. What the hell is that?
What's that?
It says, wear all clothing, hats, gloves, goggles, closed sleeve shirt, etc., especially when outside to help prevent beta burns. Decontaminate by shaking your clothes constantly and washing with water. Any exposed skin, settled residue will eventually cause burns. So, if you're sheltered in place and for whatever reason you have to leave your house, you need to dress like the Stay Puft Man we just showed you. Layers, lots of layers, and more layers obviously provide you more protection from the radiation. It's going to seep in regardless. Be aware of that. If it's summertime, you're going to be hot. But you probably still need to wear it so that the radiation doesn't get to you. All right? So, all right, so Brother Sundjata is going to demonstrate the proper dress etiquette for nuclear fallout.
This is how you have to dress, even when it's 90 degrees outside. Right here.
And even him,
got the scully.
He's wrong.
What makes it wrong?
Because his hands.
Radiation permed his hair.
See, look at his face. You see the radiation burns?
Permed his hair, bro.
Look. Yeah, that's not natural for Eskimos.
No way.
So you have to cover your face completely and your hands. See, we have props here on Truth Be Told, man. We have it all covered.
Word.
All right? So it looks like you're hugging him.
I'm hugging him. We'll keep him here for the rest of the show.
Right. So that is number 8 on the list. There are, I don't know. There's a few more. So we'll get to the rest of them on following episodes of Truth Be Told. But what we shall do currently now is we will talk about where you can reach us. We want to thank you guys again for watching. We're not over yet. We got a few minutes. But you can catch us on Facebook.
Right.
At facebook.com/itsalltruth. Please like the page if you haven't already. You can catch us on Instagram at Truth Be Told Tuesday. That's one whole word. One word. Catch us on YouTube at youtube.com/user/TBT show. Right? You can catch us on Twitter at TBT show. And lastly, you can catch us in our email. Email us. Let us know what you think of the show. Any suggestions of things we should talk about, what have you, at itsalltruth. gmail.com at It's All Truth. All right, so that's how you can reach us. Let's say the chat room. What do you guys think about what we discussed this evening? Because I see that there are comments still being said.
People are talking. Roller Girls said exactly Isaac. LKC Clark said it's the Jews that run everything. Lilo, you guys are funny.
Thanks.
Okay. Yes, we're not in control, Miss Clark said. Miss Clark, it's a good debate. I know we like President Obama, but President Obama is sending us down the road to Armageddon. Sylvester.
I pretty much agree. I think if this war happens, it's not going to be good. But I also think that there's probably not really anything we can do to stop it.
Yes, we got to keep on. We got to keep on this grind, like on the social media, on the on shows like this. We got to keep telling the president that this is a bad decision. This is a bad decision.
Especially when you're given the opportunity to find a peaceful way out or a peaceful way to resolve it. You see what I'm saying? That's my issue. Like, this proposal is a good idea. So why are you still like, oh no, it's war. We gotta strike them. I don't think it's necessary.
Right? If it's about chemical weapons and they're gonna give up their chemical weapons, what's the problem? So if they're gonna give up their chemical weapons and you say, okay, we're gonna take their chemical weapons, then if they still use chemical weapons, you have more of a case against them.
Yeah, now you can bomb them to kingdom come.
That's right.
But
why make bombing like the first option?
Because we're America.
American way of God bless America and no place else. That's the way. That's the attitude.
Yeah. So, that's kind of where it's at. Hopefully, you guys took down notes. This is serious business. I know we're attacking it or bringing it to you playfully with this nuclear stuff, but it's good to know. We don't ever know, and this is my opinion, obviously, but it's by God's grace that we're still here. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Forget Syria. Let's think about the countries that really pose a threat. When's the last time anybody talked about North Korea? They have nuclear weapons. Like
Rodman is over there taking care of
we know that. Rodman is going to be the cause of us dying. He's going to go over there and be like...
He's over there now.
I know. He's going to be like, look, man, all they do is ridicule me over there. Just get rid of him. Like,
Dennis Rodman should be an ambassador. They should promote him to ambassador to North Korea.
Yeah, probably. Listen, I don't know about you, Roller Girl. I'm surviving. When World War III happens, and you know what? You're lying. You're surviving too, because I know that you're an anime junkie nerd like myself, and we watch the right type of shows. I said that last week. All the nerds are going to be the ones that survive. All the zombie shows we watch, we know what to do when it hits the fan. So
nope, the hood will survive. Because all these things that's being taken away, we haven't had that in the hood in years.
Well, the hood as well. Good point. So, on that note, protective bunkers for sale. On that note, we want to thank you guys again for joining us tonight on Truth Be Told, where every man is king sometimes.
That's right.
See you guys next week. Same time, all right?
Let's go.
Deuces.